what's going on, guys? Dale Valor here with another MVD exclusive video. And so listen, a question that comes up so often, man, and it's not anything that we've really addressed here, and I wanted to bring it up, is should you be stoic, right? Should you be the type of guy that never shows emotion, that you're just, rough and tumble, Billy Badass, like you're just that guy that is rock solid and can handle anything that comes your way, and that's how you present yourself to the world. Should you be that guy? Well, I have a few thoughts on that, and I know that a lot of people have that perception that that's the way that it should be, and that that's the kind of guy that, gets the girls and blah, 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 all that kind of thing. Well, I'm here to tell you that there's some truth to it, and then there's some not so true things about it. All right. And so we're going to dive deep into it. We're going to get into it right now. Let's get it. Number one, fantasy versus reality. All right. Let's look at the differences here. Okay. So the reality is that it's true that women are sometimes attracted to those types of guys. All right. But it's really more of a fantasy than it really is a reality. See, in reality, what they want is the type of guy that is not a robot, that can show some kind of emotion, that type of thing. The kind of guy that looks like he's actually excited about being where he is and wants to have fun with her. Women want to go have fun. They don't want to be bored. You see a picture of a guy or something like that on Instagram or wherever, and she's like, oh, that guy's attractive, that guy's hot or whatever, and he's all like stoic looking. If she saw that same guy at the club, right, where everybody's having a good time, everybody's dancing, everybody's hanging out, having great conversation, things like that, and that guy's just leaning up against the wall, scowling at everybody, looking like he'd rather be somewhere else, that's the last place in the world that he wants to be, and he's having zero fun, he doesn't look as hot to her now, because the sheer fact that he just looks like he is disgusted with the whole environment, and she's there to have fun, kick it, all that kind of thing. So that's the difference between the fantasy part of it and the reality part of it, okay? So there's times that you can present yourself that way, and that it's not, it comes across and it lands a lot better. Situations like that might look like maybe at work or places where it's not a fun type of environment. But at the end of the day, man, you have to be able to show some kind of emotion, because if you don't, then you're nothing more than a robot, a cardboard cutout, whatever the case might be. And that's the real deal. All right, we're gonna get to number two. Let's get it. Number two, show the proper emotion. See, here's the deal. Guys often look at things in such black and white terms, like stoic, not stoic, alpha, beta, and they look at it like that. And that's not what it is, okay? The thing is that if you show the right emotion in the right context and you don't overdo it, of course she doesn't want a guy that's just gonna cry over everything, over spilt milk, over whatever the case might be. Of course that's not what she has in mind, okay? But if you show when it's time to be happy that you're happy, and you're not like way overdoing it like some giddy idiot, or when it's time to be sad, that you are sad. The time to be angry, you're angry. Okay, you're showing the right emotions in the right situations and with the right amount of it. That's what makes the difference. It's not like I can never show emotion or I show all emotion all the time. And the other thing is, just because you show emotion doesn't mean that you live in your emotions, okay? Look, if I walk up and I slap you in the face, you're gonna be angry. But are you going to think the world is ending? And you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna, or at least you shouldn't feel that way. Okay, you're gonna be angry because that's the right emotion to have in that proper context. It can't be a thing of where you're just falling all over yourself and you can't get anything accomplished in life because you're so wrapped up in how you feel and you base every decision you make on how you feel. Now that is a turnoff, and that's exactly what you should not do, all right? So listen, in the comments, what I would like you to do is break down to me if you think I'm right or you think I'm wrong. If you think that you should be more stoic and that's the way that you should present yourself, that's fine. I would like to hear your reasoning why. Okay? All right, so drop that in the comments and let's have that conversation. All right, let's get to number 3. Let's go. Just wanted to take this quick time out just to remind you, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so now. Why? Because look, the information here is essential for you to get out here and start leveling up your dating life, leveling up your professional life, and leveling up your life in general, man. So look, subscribe to the channel, share it with somebody that you know needs to see it, and I know that you do. Give us a thumbs up. All that good stuff, man. And also, August 28th, we're going to be doing our live Zoom event that we do every single month on the last Saturday of the month. And this one's going to be about, now that things are opening up, you can get back out a little bit, start meeting some new people. How are you going to do that when you've been locked in a cage for the last 16 months or however long, right? So look, that's what we're going to cover, is shaking off the rust. All right, so that's the deal, man. We're going to hop back into the video. Let's get it. Number 3, express them in a masculine way. Okay, look, we kind of talked about it a little bit in the last point, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper. Look, if, your girl, I don't know, man, is joking around with you and you completely lose it and you start bawling, okay? That's not exactly a masculine way of going about it. Basically, what you should be looking to do is set some boundaries and reinforce those boundaries, okay, with the proper amount of emotion. If she's pissing you off, man, at some point, you're going to have to nip that in the bud, cut it off, let her know, if you're just stoic and like, nothing bothers me ever, like, come on, man, that's not even realistic, You have to be able to be like, look, you need to knock it off. Or if she's trying to make you happy, you don't, like, you don't want to be like that either. But what you do want it to do is show it in a masculine way through the way you carry yourself, your facial expressions. Like, all I have to do, if my girl is upsetting me, all I have to do is shoot a look. If she knows, that's it. Time to knock it off. Because I don't really have to verbalize it. Now, there are times where I do, but by and large, she knows that look is, okay, I'm stepping over a boundary here, So that's the thing. If you express it in a masculine way, as opposed to, just falling all over yourself and that kind of thing, like, that's just, nobody's attracted to that, okay? So that's the deal. All right, we're going to hop into number 4. Let's go. Number 4, have an outlet for your emotions, man. Look, we're people. All right, we have emotions. And I know that society a lot of times, has this narrative that, a guy should never be emotional and things like that. And that's not the case, okay? But have an outlet for your emotions. Maybe if you have somebody to talk to that's not your girl. Your girl is not your therapist, okay? Talk to somebody else. Talk to somebody that you trust, somebody you know, a friend of yours, a mentor of yours, somebody, or an activity, or both, like maybe if you need to get some aggression out, maybe hit the gym. If you need to, a family member passed or something like that, talk to somebody, a pastor or somebody in your life that you can counsel with, like that's what you want to do. What you don't want to do is just constantly spill your emotions, everything that you think and feel to your girl, because it's just not a good look. And and honestly, you don't want to turn her off. Now, you want to share enough, but you don't want to, put everything out there all the time, because that's exhausting, okay? And nobody wants to, she may be receptive to it, but does she really want to do that? There's other ways that you can handle that, other ways that you can do that, okay? And look, another thing too is, guys look at guys that are stoic and they're like, okay, that's the way that you're supposed to be. But the way I look at it is like this. Look at NFL players, man. It's hard to argue that those are some pretty like alpha mindset type of guys, big, strong individuals, that kind of thing. And do you ever see football players getting emotional? The answer would be yes. You ever see a team win the Super Bowl? You ever see a team lose the Super Bowl? Those are emotions that are raw, that can be felt and have impact. The problem is if you do that kind of thing all the time, it's just too much, man. It's just overpowering. And it's probably something that you need to stay away from. So a little while back, we did a video on the 5 attraction triggers. And we go really deep on emotion and how to emote and how to correctly emphasize the types of emotions you're feeling, as well as all the other attraction triggers to get her interested in you. So we're gonna link that up. And what I want you to do is go check that video out, man, and see how deep it goes on all the different ways that you can spike her emotions and also hit those attraction triggers. All right, now we'll see you there.